Hi guys, welcome to Video for All, and today I'm going to show you another set of tweaks and settings that will help Utorrent download faster. So you just need to follow the tutorial and put in the settings. Previously I had made another video on Utorrent settings which have worked for many of you. However, there might be some for whom these settings might not have worked properly. So here I'm coming up with another set of settings which are absolutely 100% workable. The tweaks discussed here works best for Utorrent versions of 3.0 and above. So if you are using a lower version of Utorrent, please update your version and then apply these settings. Now let me show you the current download speed I am clocking on Utorrent before applying the tweaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a movie file from the website called the Kick-Ass Torrent. And so let's try this movie, Thor: The Dark World. This is a very recent movie, and what I need to check is the total number of seeds and leeches here, which corresponds to the overall health of the torrent file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the torrent file from the download tab button here on my desktop, and I'm going to start it up on Utorrent. So this is the file and I'm going to start it up. So you can see that I am clocking a download speed of somewhere around 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. So what I'm going to do is let me just pause the download here, and I'm going to go to options here right on top and select preferences. Now once you come down to preferences in the left menu, we need to select connections. Now in connections, we need to change the port. This is the default port that's given as 52494. I'll change this port to 53906. Also, I will enable UPnP port mapping, enable NatPMP port mapping, and I will also check add Windows firewall exception, and please keep the randomized port each start unchecked. Now after we are done with connections, we will come down here to bandwidth. Now under bandwidth, we will change max upload rate to 500. It's given as 0. So I'm going to put a threshold to the upload rate here. For download, I'm going to keep it at 0. And then I'm going to come down here. In between, you can see we have the apply rate limit to transport overhead. Just check the middle one, which is apply rate limit to UTP connections. Then we come down to global maximum number of connections. And global maximum number of connections, we will change this to 131. Maximum number of connected peers per torrent to 69 here. And we will keep the number of upload slots per torrent to 3. And we will also check additional upload slots if upload speed less than 90%. Now we go down to BitTorrent, and under BitTorrent we need to check all the options except the limit local peer bandwidth. So we check all of these boxes, and we keep the last box unchecked. Now we go down to protocol encryption, and under outgoing, it is selected by default as disabled. We just change this and make it forced. And we also check on allow incoming legacy connection. Now under queuing, what we need to do is we need to put maximum number of active torrents right on top here from 8 to 3. Put maximum number of active downloads to 2. Then we come down to seeding goal minimum ratio percentage. It should be 320. Now minimum seeding time once again to 0, and minimum number of available seeds again to 0. So we keep all these as it is. We change the top 3. Now after we are done with these changes, we leave the scheduler, remote playback, paired devices, and go straight down to advanced. Now you see there is a small plus sign here, which means there is a drop down under the advanced. we just click on this and we go to disk cache. Now, under the disk cache, you see that enable caching of disk writes. We just uncheck these first two boxes and we uncheck the next two. Okay, rest we keep it as it is. Now we click on the advanced tab. That's the main menu here, and there are a couple of changes we need to make over here. Now, first what we need to do is BT allows same IP. Now, BT allows same IP, it is given as false. We need to change this to true. Now we come down here, BT connect speed. BT connect speed here is given as 7. We just change this to 28. Now you can see that the value will be changed. You can see right here on top, whenever a value is changed from the default, it will be marked with an asterisk sign. So what we do again is we come down, we click on the set button here and it changes to 28. We now come down further and change GUI show. So we will go down to the GUI. Okay, so we go down to GUI show no torrent node, and you see it's already changed. I've changed that previously to false. Now come down further and change GUI update rate. Now this is given by default as 1000. So what we need to do here is we need to change this to 2000 and click on set. Now we go down to net max half open. So it is net max half open. By default it is selected as 100. Now we change this to 500. This is a vital step, and so really this will really help to boost your download speed. So I click on set. Now we are done with this. And we change the net outgoing port here from 0 to 50. Then we go down further and we change peer disconnect inactive intervals. Peer disconnect inactive intervals, it's by default it is given as 300. We just change this to 125. So I believe that's all, guys. No more changes are required. No, we have one more. We go down to change RSS update interval. We have to change RSS update interval. Just a minute. Yeah, this one. RSS update interval is given as 15. We just change this to 20 and click on set. So that's all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on OK here, and I am going to exit Utorrent and I'm going to start it up once again. Now I'm going to start the download. So it's now 3.5 Mbps.